Why, hello everybody, Spencer here, also known as Lego Dude 11, coming to you from the Lego Dude 11 studio yet again. Oh man, my eye, excuse me, my eye was like blurring in the image. But today, in today's video, is a little bit more of a rant video. So if you're excited about me ranting, get ready, because whoa boy, today was a crazy day for Star Wars content, because last week was a bit of a doozy. I mean, it's been a doozy for a while here. We got Mandalorian and Bad Batch. We're going to be talking about Bad Batch today. Season 2, as a matter of fact, in today's video. I already talked about Season 2 a while ago, about 5 or so weeks ago, I think, when episode 10 came out, about 5 weeks ago. And I ranted then. I'm going to rant now, so get ready. But we have Mandalorian and Bad Batch coinciding at the same time. Oh, but man, I'm just kind of over it. I'm not happy. So let's get to it. I'm not going to waste any more time, so please enjoy. Alright, so here's my TV, as spectacular as always, and we have the Bad Batch season pulled up on here on Disney+. And here's the full, excuse me, here's the full thing. We have season 1 up there, 16 episodes, and we have 16 episodes down here. Now the first, I want to make a point. I loved the first season. Like, I probably enjoyed the first season of this show as much as I did. That's probably a stretch. I was going to say as much as I did the last season of the Clone Wars. Like, I liked I enjoyed seeing the Bad Batch, these new characters in the last season of Clone Wars. Like, they were new, they were fresh, they were new. I just said that. They were something different in the world of Clone Wars. The same exact animation, so then they made this show. If I'm talking a little fast, I apologize. I try to not talk. But if they made this new set of characters, okay? Great. I love that. All right, great. You have this hour plus season premiere, almost a feature-length film type of thing, like it's an hour and 15 minutes. Perfect. Awesome. It's not perfect. It doesn't have to be that long, but it's perfect. It's awesome. And then they have these normal length episodes, 15 the rest of the episodes in the season. And then they announce a great cliffhanger for the end of the season, and then they announce they're doing a season 2. Cool. So I'm quite excited for it because, you know, I'm a Clone Wars fan. I like all this stuff. I like Star Wars. Why not? People were kind of upset. I'm like, okay, why are people getting so upset about this? And then they do this neat, interesting thing where they have 2 episodes for the premiere. The middle 2 episodes are released together, and then the finale, the 2 episodes are released together. And I heard this guy complaining, Ashton Flash actually, was like, why did they do that? Well, I have a theory as to why, because they put it, like, instead of just putting them together, like, you know, in episodes, like, other shows, like, where they put, like, to be continued, and then, but the finale here was such an episode where it could have been just combined, like, it didn't need that bump, like, I don't know, there's that factor in there. Does it really need to be, like, a to be continued sense, or, like, just have it run along in one complete episode? I don't know, kind of weird, but even that, you know, I was quite excited for this season, and irrelevant to the fact that how they released the episodes, I think this season was so chaotically sporadic, and the way, like, spread out, like, sporadic, just the way they put storylines, and I don't even mean, like, I don't mean it like a, say, okay, oh god, I'm trying to think of a show, like, where I don't even know of a show off the top of my head, but a show in, like, say you're watching your favorite show, and say they take a character, say they have this, think of Stranger Things. Here's a perfect show. Think of Stranger Things when the episode when Eleven went to meet her sister, like that episode where it was, like, completely disjointed from the rest of the show, and it was, her going to find the other people, like, that had superpowers, kind of like that. But in this show, it's like you spend, like, 2 episodes with the Bad Batch, and then 1 episode with Crosshair, and then we have, like, down here, like, this completely almost disjointed, if you will, episode with pod racing, but it's not pod racing, and then the droid right there is actually Sonic the Hedgehog's voice, which is kind of neat to hear, but it's interesting. Like, it was a fun episode, but, you know, people hate on it. I don't really hate on this show. I feel like I'm ranting, but get with me here. And then yikes, I'm forgetting what I'm saying. But not the entire Bad Batch weren't in this episode, so it's like it's so strange, like why they did that, and then you have this episode, um, with Wanda Sykes' character that's just completely like doesn't need to be in there. Like she's in this entire season. It's like, okay, we have this next episode that has the Jedi Wookiee character from Clone Wars. It was neat to see. And then we have the best two episodes of the season, the Clone Conspiracy, which this one didn't even have the Bad Batch in, and then the next one does. These two were released back to back. And it's like, okay, and then they kind of forget about it. Like this whole thing, like why wasn't this whole thing the dang season? They just kind of like throw in different storylines all over the place and then don't come back with them. It just frustrates me to no end. And then we have this one, very boring, very stupid. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Let me get back to my point on this. So The Crossing actually has some. I don't even remember. I can't even tell you what the episode was about because half of this crap. Excuse my language. Half of this season is just garbage. And then once they actually have something good, they drop the ball in your face and go, "Hey, we're not going to do what they want you to do. We're not going to do what you want you to do. We're not going to do what you think we're going to do." And in episode 9, they reveal something. Oh, who's this? What's going to happen? And then in episode 10, they did something. They revealed, like, if you guys don't want to know, if you guys don't want to watch it, I thought it was going to be like Boba Fett. Boba Fett almost stole their ship. Or a character from Rebels that I actually never seen. I'm more interested to go watch Rebels now than I ever have been after seeing this show. Oh my gosh, they dropped the ball so hard on this show. But I was like, oh, it's going to be Boba Fett. Oh, it's going to be, not Saw Gerrera. It's going to be Ezra from Rebels or whoever. It's that Jedi. Someone from Rebels. And it wasn't anybody special. It was just this random kid that I didn't even give two squirts about. And I'm like, really? Okay. And I just felt so... That was where I made the video on. That was what I made the video on after episode 10. And then we get this next episode, Metamorphosis, that I'm then like... Are you kidding me? After I made that video, which I'm ranting about right now, then they pick up again in this episode, which was great. It was a mysterious missing vessel that they mentioned, that it says right there. And it says, it doesn't say, it says it right there. But they have the Zillo Beast from Clone Wars. And I'm like, okay, like this is actually pretty good. And then it gets good. And then and then we get this Crosshair episode, which I'm like, awesome. This was a good one, kind of like episode 3, but I'm like, why are you putting it out now? You have like, I don't know, 7 episodes. You have these crappy episodes, then you have a good one with the Zillo Beast, then you have another one with Crosshair after 7 missing episodes of Crosshair, and then you have Paku, which is another bad one with a tidal wave on this planet with Wanda Sykes. And I'm like, why should I care about Wanda Sykes' character? Oh, and by the way, at this point, with this character of Wanda Sykes, when you know the character Sid, yeah, oh yeah, I'll get back to her at the finale, but she is awful. She's my least favorite character ever in Star Wars. Least. Get her out of here now. If they make a 3rd season, by the way, I'm going to warn you, I am not watching it. But let me get back to it. So after Paku, then we have another Crosshair episode, actually 3 Crosshair episodes in a row, basically, kind of almost. But we have another Crosshair episode, pretty good. I liked it, but still, I was just kind of dreading watching it. And then we have the 2 episodes of the finale. So as you can see there's Grand Moff Tarkin, did nothing really too special. And then in the last episode, like there's a weird cliffhanger in this episode, like before, like the to be continued type thing. And then we get the finale. The finale, called Plan 99, because they're Clone Force 99, is just so weird. Like, it's not weird in a way like Rick and Morty weird. It's weird in a way like what was their thought process here? Like, it was like, oh, I mean, like, not anything like bad writing, just like in a way, like, I keep saying like all the time, like. They, for instance, I'm going to give a major spoiler here, so if you want to back out, just stop watching the video. But they killed off one of the most important characters there. I said something, and I'm going to say more. But they killed off Tech.
I don't know why, because first of all, I didn't cry. Secondly, it made it so emotional. Like, okay, this is emotional, but he's an important character. He's a fan favorite. Even if you are a fan of the show, I don't know who is at this point. Like, I just was dreading watching the show, and I'm like, okay, like, I don't even hear people talking about this as much as Mandalorian. But anyway, I'm like, he's one of the most important clones of the Bad Batch, one of the important people in the group there, and like they lost Echo halfway through the season. They got Echo back, and it's like, what? And so Tech is gone. Then Wrecker reveals to Omega, who got like injured at this point, and is like, "Oh, we have to go back to the planet with Wanda Sykes' character on Pakku. We have to go back to that planet and live there." And it's like, then why did you go back to get Crosshair? It's so weird. I had a problem with the finale, and the whole story is all over the place. And in the finale, you see Omega get captured later, and in the end, and it's like she reunites with Crosshair, and then this woman, the woman doctor who you see working with Crosshair in other episodes, and she says, "Oh, I've done everything in my power to stop Crosshair from turning on the Empire or from going back to the good side of XYZ." All this, I don't remember verbatim. I'm not saying she didn't say like turning to the good side, but and then she's like, "You might know me really better than you really do. I'm your sister, Omega." She doesn't say it in a deep voice, but anyway, I'm just like, okay, they're sisters. Like, what? What is happening? Why sisters? What? Does this really need to happen? I'm just like, I'm so confused. I don't really care at this point. I've never and like I said in the finale, Sid turns the Bad Batch over to the Empire. And that's how Omega gets captured in the end. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you serious? Sid is absolutely the worst character in Star Wars I've ever seen. I don't care about the show. I cared about this show at the beginning, but this season just was jumbled. The finale just did not do it for me. Here's my full thought process. People are saying to me, people aren't saying anything to me about this show. I'm sorry. My dad is saying likes. I mean, me and my dad have very similar opinions, but I just couldn't do it. Can't continue watching a third season of this at the end of the day. But I feel like, I'm thinking like when people are like, "Oh, Disney Plus is so bad with their content." It's like, yeah, but I'm a Disney fan, and anything like I've not seen Strange World, so don't say I'm a Disney shill. But with this, I liked this at first. I loved the first season, but it took so long to get back where they were at the first episode, like at the first season finale, where they left the cliffhanger, and they just took so long, and they put in these random episodes with, I know they're trying to appeal to kids probably, but like Clone Wars was so good. It's like these are the same people that are doing Clone Wars, The Mandalorian. How are they doing this? And I think about people that are like, "Oh, these short Disney Plus show episodes, like 6 and 9 episode, 10 episodes." Like, why they couldn't make this shorter? Like, I don't care. Like, Daredevil Born Again is going to be 18 episodes. Awesome. But if they do it anything like this, like just throw in a random, completely irrelevant episode, and it's like, "Hey guys, now we're going to go do this, and I'm going to just stand in a nightclub and do random crap." It's like, okay, but do actually something interesting, Daredevil. Don't just stand in a nightclub getting women. I don't want to see that. Like, I like relationships, but I don't need that. Like, I hope you guys are following along with what I'm saying. But this was just, like, I don't think that this could have been an 8-episode series. It could have been. I wouldn't have liked that, because the Clone Wars was 24 episodes a season, and this was fine. I don't care how many episodes there are, but don't just linger. Don't linger. Like, focus on the story. That's what I want. I don't want lingering. I want serious development. I don't know. I hope I'm making sense. I hope there's some understanding in this. Did you guys watch The Bad Batch? Do you guys like my rant? Was this enjoyable? Is this the content you subscribed for? Anyway, that's my rant for the day. Do you guys agree with me on the series the season 2 as a whole? With my thoughts on not watching season 3, or just did you guys agree with me? There were episodes I liked here. it was just, I don't need to watch this again. I'm not going to watch these episodes again unless I have kids. When I do, if season 3 comes out, I won't be watching it unless people say, "Oh my gosh, it really picks up. It's really good." But even then, those are people that are just like hardcore fans. Like I like Star Wars, man. I don't know, but this just was all over the place. I was dreading watching it every week. Like once Mandalorian came out, I'm like, should I even continue watching the show? And then I think that was the point at episode 10. I was like, I think that was the point of episode 10. I was like, that was when Mandalorian came out. And I'm like, dude, this was the worst episode I saw, The Bad Batch. And then episode 11 picked up again. I'm like, are you kidding me? So anyway, guys, let me know, what did you think of Bad Batch Season 2? Do you guys agree with my thoughts on it? And yeah, I'm sorry to say, but there's another rant for you. I don't rant much here on the channel. I try to talk positively about any content I watch. But guys, I did not rant this much about Ant-Man. I didn't rant at all about Ant-Man Quantumania. So anyway, did you agree with my rant? Do you not agree with my rant? Did you like this season? Not like this season? Agree, disagree? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me over at Boba Fett Jedi Master on Instagram. Try to get on my other social media accounts and follow me there. Don't forget to subscribe. And by the way, I'm not this negative on the channel. Just I want to mention that as well. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me. Don't forget to keep calm and play Lego. Peace out. Bye, everyone.